Last week you will see I was fitted for the brand new PXG Gen 7 iron. So a lot of technology in these clubs, but now we're back in the UK. It's actually summer, the sun is out, and we're going to be putting these to the test out here today. So I have some other PXG clubs in the bag to test with a certain mid-handicap golfer. But first swing of the day, Dave is as surprised as I am.
Yeah,
down the
shocked.
middle, easy to hit, and that's exactly what we saw in that fitting. So we know these are hollow bodied clubs, and you can see there by the sole that they are relatively wide. Again, to get good interaction with the turf, and this is a club that's 10 years in the making. So a lot of technology in these clubs, and PXG obviously have made big strides in the last couple of years, especially in the woods. So obviously the woods have certainly improved. I do have those in the bag, and they are performing just as good as all the other premium brands. The irons for me here, again, would they be the irons that I put in the bag? They are designed to make golf easier. They are more forgiving. I should be putting these in the golf bag. Because they are extremely easy to hit. A little bit of turning over there, but that was more me than it was the club. But what clubs do you have in your bag? Do you have a set of PXGs? Have you been waiting for the PXGs to come out? But PXG have also brought out some other clubs that are getting released on the same day. So they are getting released on the 7th of August. And they are the Black Ops irons. And again, they are the first forgiving iron that PXG have ever brought out. And there's a lot of technology in them that put them above the rest in my eyes. And now another new club out from PXG, which will be getting its own review on the channel, are the new PXG Sugar Daddy 3 wedges. Again, we've got them with a full face groove on there. And behind the golf ball, just like in the fitting, they do sit fantastic even back here at Waterfront. And performing pretty much like they did out in that fitting. We do have a new putter coming from PXG, but that is out in a couple of weeks. That's an easy part on the first with those clubs. Let's see how Dave fares now on the next hole. Right, Dave's in here. So first look of these clubs, Dave. Obviously down behind the golf ball, do they sit like your Tacomos as such?
I think they look really nice, Chris.
Thought it nodded off there over the ball.
Well, you know what it's like. I mean, it's middle of summer, although you wouldn't know it from what you're wearing.
They look nice, yeah, that's right,
so
obviously.
Nice thin top line. 4-iron, there does look to be a bit of offset. Is that something to do with the forgiveness you were talking about?
Yeah, tiny little bit of offset on there, obviously not too obvious on there, but there is some offset on these clubs. But again, let's look at the bottom of it, Dave. You can see that it has got that wide sole. And again, a 4-iron is not normally a club that Dave would have in the bag.
No.
Rare occasions, if he's playing a little bit of links golf potentially, if we ever get to the elusive Southern S. But let's see how
the East Coast, Chris, you know, somewhere like
true.
Gossick. That's nearly as close.
Let's just go further, Dave. Yeah, for 4-iron.
Yeah.
Not quite the launch that we've seen before. Let's hit one more there. Again, not a bad strike. Just up the right hand side, but we know Dave obviously has had his fittings recently, and he has gone to graphite shafts. So these are steel in these PXGs at the moment, but let's see what he can do. Again, feel off the face there, Dave. Soft.
It felt like it wasn't best shot in the world, but considering that it wasn't the best shot, it felt okay.
Yeah.
Decent.
And like we know with PXG, they do obviously pride themselves on getting a good feel and a good sound. They want everything to be perfect before they release a club. So obviously behind the golf ball, we can see that there is a little bit of offset. And a very interesting combination there. A Kirkland golf ball, which as we know is nice and affordable. And these irons coming in at a premium price. Exactly what you expect from PXG. But we do know they do now have some more affordable clubs on the range. So certainly ticking more boxes for the everyday golfer.
Better.
So better launch, Dave. Just up the left-hand side, that might be, again, that little bit of offset.
That felt nice. That felt pretty good.
Could be a little bit of Dave. Again, not the perfect strike, but it's still done well. Got that launch, Dave. Obviously a little bit...
Chris, it's not the club.
Yeah, a little bit lower than you maybe see with your graphite shafts that you got fitted for, but not bad at all.
No, decent.
So now, technology-wise, we have got that titanium ring on the back of those clubs that we have seen in previous generations. We also have the tungsten weighting out in the toe, so spreading that weight around the face to get the forgiveness. And we know one of the big things we have is a 5x forge milled irons. So the 0311P irons are something certainly to contend with. Something like your P770s, P790s, a great option, and we can see even into the shorter clubs we do have a little bit of offset, not too much, so hopefully won't have an effect on Dave's next shot. So mid irons for me is where these clubs really obviously start to benefit your mid handicap golfer, your everyday golfer a little bit better, because obviously we know they are designed to launch that little bit higher, so we're going to get it landing softer. A lot of people struggle with a low ball flight, just like Dave, so this is where this could really help you. Again, the same with the long irons. Yes, Dave didn't hit those the best, maybe they're not the right shafts for him, but again, he got a little bit of launch on that last 4 irons, so exactly what the clubs are designed to do, and this is where they are going to compete with your TaylorMades, with your P770s, with your P790s. Put them right up there for your consideration. And even for me there, a 9-iron, nicely flighted there, landed in the middle of the green, and a lot of spin on those. You can tell these are new grooves. Plenty of action on there, so if you do get the strike, you're still going to get the launch, but you're also going to get maybe a little bit of spin control, which is always nice. Right, Dave, what club have you got from here? So we've got 150 to the flag.
I'll repair your divot, Chris. It's a 7-iron, Chris.
7-iron?
Yeah.
Perfect, so mid irons here. This is where you might start to think about, are you going to go maybe a split set, have these in your lower clubs, and then maybe go for the new Black Ops irons in the top end of the bag, and that video will be on shortly with Dave. And that is a fantastic launch there. Exactly where you're aiming there.
Was it?
But distance wise, looks
Perfect.
pin high, Dave. Just left side of the green there.
Perfect, but
I'll say that.
bad alignment.
Pin high up there. You can see mine spun back a bit. Let's get up there. So we can see where that pitch to start with, and it has come back, and that's with a 9-iron, that's with a mid-iron, so would leave myself a tricky putt. You can see somebody's already hit a ball out here and left it, or that's the greenkeepers, and Dave's is just there, just short of pin high, so we're going to let him loose with the wedges. First look at the wedges, he's got a 50-degree here, so these don't have the full face groove, so straight away, pretty nice looking, Dave. What do you think?
Yeah, they're kind of milled on the bottom, aren't they, on the sole?
Milled all the way around here. So again, that's obviously spread a little bit of weight. We know they've took the weights out of the back now, so
The bottom of the face is flatter than my Tacoma wedges.
yeah. So the leading edges are a little bit more square on these compared to Dave's Tacomos. So be interesting. This is the 50. Let's see, obviously, how close he can get. This is. Dave's been chipping exceptionally well, as you'll have seen on the channel. That's another one.
Decent, felt nice.
Nicely running out there, Dave. Right, let's get on to the 6th hole here at Waterfront, and let's play a par 3. So let's jump in the studio now and put these against Dave's Tacoma. Start to see how they perform. Obviously there is a big price difference, but for me these PXGs could certainly be up there with the best in this category. So let's see how he does inside. And again, on screen you will see these do also come in a black finish. Unfortunately they didn't have them available when we went out to Arizona, but how good did they look in the black finish? Okay, so in with the Tacomos here, so we're going to go 7-irons inside. So most of the time when you go and get fitted, you will try just a 7-iron. If you go somewhere like SGGT, just like Dave did, you will try a pitching wedge, 8-iron, 6-iron, and even a 4-iron. So 7-iron there, pretty good strike. A little bit of a pull, Dave.
A little bit of a pull.
And what have we got? We've got 134 carry, going 140. So a couple more with this, and then we'll compare this to the PXGs. So straight away we know obviously we have got that graphite shaft in here, and we know we will get some comments saying there's going to be a little bit of difference in there, but we want to see the flight and also the feel and forgiveness, because that one there a little bit heavy, Dave.
It was heavy, but you know, went relatively straight. Okay, I'll be playing out of a bunker, but
so 113 going 119, so quickly a drop off there, but that's exactly what you would expect to see from that kind of strike. So let's go one more here.
A little bit of a drop kick again, Chris.
A little bit of a
But
drop.
that's me, that's not the club, is it? So.
No, but again, that's carrying 121. We will go one more, Dave. This is showing a true mid-handicap golfer. Is that a better strike, Dave?
Yes.
That was more of a standard strike, just over 125, going 131.
I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was.
Right, let's switch over. So we will come in with the PXG 0311P. So again, Gen 7s, Dave. Outside, did pretty well, yeah?
Yeah, they were decent.
Okay, launch was pretty good with
yeah.
those. Looks you certainly liked, obviously down behind the ball looked just as good if not better, felt softer.
Yeah,
But
the feel was nice on them.
Yeah, and that's what you are paying for, exactly what you expect with PXG premium golf clubs. Straight away there, coming off a lot hotter there, Dave. So a little bit of a pull, but 145 yards carry, so certainly some extra distance out of those. So we will move you back ever so slightly with this one. A lower ball flight there straight away. Yes, the shaft is going to obviously contribute to that. That's why Dave has gone graphite. Would that stay on the green? Maybe not. But again, it's still launched pretty good even with a steel shaft in there for Dave. Although that has launched higher. So higher, coming off nice and hot. Again, 145 yards, carry 150. So nearly up 15 to 20 yards there. So interesting, Dave, yeah? So again, feel and sound, Dave, in here. Do they, obviously that one was out of the middle. How did that feel? Did it feel still softer in here?
Yeah, it does. I think the feel and the sound of them are very, very good.
Yep.
As we said earlier, sound and feel go together for me, but that all depends on your point of view.
Yeah, and performance-wise, doing exactly what, even there with a steel shaft, that has actually gone higher than all of the Tacomos that Dave hit. So really showing the technology that are in these clubs. And yes, we can talk about lofts on these clubs, which I will put on screen, but you can see not too much in that.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of research gone into it, Chris. As you said, they've been a long time getting them started, haven't they?
Yeah, 10 years in the making for the Gen 7. So one more with this, Dave, and then we'll jump back outside. That's even higher there, so let's see what that has done. So again, 143 going 150, extremely consistent front to back, and that's one big thing PXG boasts. Let's get back outside. So 138 here on the 6 hole at Waterfront. So I'm going to go pitching wedge here, front pin. So let's see what we can get. We know we're going to get the launch here. Can I get the control? Certainly launched, Dave. Let's see, into the sun. And straight on the green, landing soft there. So exactly what we'd expect to see, a little bit of spin, more landing angle than spin there, which is exactly what these clubs are designed. If you're looking for some clubs to launch high, then these could be perfect for you. Again, feeling fantastic. Dave, what have you got?
8 iron.
8 iron for Dave. So again, a good test here. And you've seen the numbers inside against Dave's Tacomo. So obviously also clubs that are hollow bodied that are trying to obviously be forgiving as well as give you good performance. Again, higher launching. So let's see what he can do out here. That is extremely high, Dave.
Yeah.
I'd say that is higher than your Tacomos, and that's straight over the bunker and onto the green. So feel-wise, Dave, obviously in comparison, we know there's going to be a big price point difference between these and the Tacomos.
Well, there's a different feel because obviously we've got a steel shaft compared to my Tacomos. But the feel off the head is really nice and soft.
Yeah, but really softer than your Tacomos, exactly what you're expecting.
No, I'd say they're a bit softer than the Tacomos, if I'm honest.
Yeah, so exactly what you're expecting for the price difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
But would these be something that you would look at, obviously, for looks and performance-wise?
I think shelf appeal, I think they look absolutely stunning. I really do.
Yeah.
Whether I'd buy them or not, you know me, tight, so probably not.
Yeah, but they've done exactly what you want. They performed well, they look fantastic.
Well, you know, I've just the more you're set up than mine, but even so, that shot there just showing how forgiving they are because even I can hit them.
Yeah, so guys, if you're looking for the new PXG irons, the 0311 PGN 7s are certainly something to have a look at. For me, they could be going in the bag because they make golf ever so easy.